Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be taking a look at the 12 SUVs so reliable you'll forget what a mechanic looks like. Number 15, Subaru Crosstrek. The Subaru Crosstrek kicks off this list as a subcompact fortress engineered to make the dealership service bay a distant memory. Starting at $26,000, this crossover utilizes a low-stress, naturally aspirated four-cylinder boxer engine that avoids the high thermal pressures and plumbing complexities of modern turbochargers. Consumer Reports has consistently highlighted that over 97% of Crosstreks sold over the past decade remain on the road today. Its unshakable mechanical endurance is further anchored by a symmetrical all-wheel drive system that relies on rugged mechanical differentials rather than fragile electronic couplings that overheat under strain. For the budget-conscious driver, every dollar invested in this vehicle is insulated by high-strength steel subframes and a revised chain-driven transmission built to eliminate belt slippage entirely. The suspension has been heavily reinforced with thick control arms and durable rubber bushings designed to absorb the constant impact of potholes and rough gravel roads without losing alignment. Because it avoids complex air-driven suspension components or high-strung electronics, the maintenance profile is remarkably simple, requiring little more than basic oil changes and fluid flushes to stay in peak operating condition. Choosing this Subaru ensures you are parking a purely functional, low-maintenance tool in your driveway that treats 100,000 miles like a mere warm-up lap. Number 14, Lexus RX. The Lexus RX remains the undisputed luxury benchmark for mechanical immortality, entering the market at $52,000. It dominates the premium durability charts because its core volume models favor a legendary planetary gear-based hybrid system, an elegant mechanical layout that completely discards high-wear items like traditional belts, clutches, and torque converters. Consumer Reports awards it top-tier honors year after year, because it features an isolated dual-loop cooling system that prevents the hybrid battery and engine from ever experiencing high heat degradation. While European alternatives bleed value and develop electronic gremlins the moment their warranties expire, the RX keeps its dashboard completely free of warning lights for decades. The electrical architecture is built with heavy-gauge wiring and gold-plated connectors that resist corrosion and prevent the communication errors common in other premium luxury haulers. Lexus technicians spend extra hours testing each vehicle off the assembly line to ensure that every mechanical toleration is perfect before it ever reaches a showroom. Buying an RX is essentially a defensive financial maneuver. Its extreme demand on the used car market ensures that your equity remains incredibly secure over a 10-year cycle. It is the only luxury vehicle in its segment that acts as a true financial asset rather than an unpredictable maintenance liability. Investing your dollars in this Lexus guarantees an upscale sanctuary that values your net worth as much as your comfort, treating the repair shop as foreign territory. Number 13, Toyota Corolla Cross. The Toyota Corolla Cross brings the legendary unbreakable DNA of the world's best-selling sedan into a practical compact footprint for $30,000. It is an absolute favorite for smart buyers who want to look at a mechanic only when it is time for a routine oil change. Built on an unstressed, high-compression platform, it completely bypasses complex forced induction to deliver simple, high-mileage dependability year after year. J.D. Power ranks it at the top of its class for initial quality and long-term durability because Toyota has utilized a physical launch gear in its transmission system, taking the mechanical burden off the steel belt during low-speed acceleration. This engineering choice solves the longevity issues that plague traditional belt-driven CVTs when pulling away from a complete stop. The engine block itself is constructed from high-strength aluminum alloys that dissipate heat rapidly, protecting the head gaskets from thermal warping over decades of daily commuting. Underneath, the exhaust and brake lines are routed through protective structural channels to isolate them from road debris and corrosive winter road salt. For the practical driver, This vehicle represents the ultimate baseline of worry-free transportation, delivering exceptional fuel economy without demanding expensive specialty parts or diagnostic labor. Relying on this compact powerhouse means securing a predictable ownership cost that completely insulates your monthly budget from unexpected mechanical bills. Number 12. Honda CR-V. The Honda CR-V stands as a magnificent monument to bulletproof engineering, commanding a starting price of $31,000. Consumer Reports labels it a perennial top pick because its advanced dual-motor hybrid setup operates without a conventional transmission, effectively erasing one of the most expensive failure points in automotive history from the chassis. The structural assembly is reinforced with industrial-grade adhesives that prevent body flex and interior squeaks from developing as the vehicle ages, ensuring a tight ride long after the odometer sweeps past the 100,000-mile mark. Every mechanical dollar spent here is backed by a reinforced high-pressure fuel pump and heavy-duty pistons designed to handle stop-and-go commuting without experiencing mechanical fatigue. Honda's engineering team has optimized the thermal management software to ensure the engine warms up quickly, preventing fuel dilution issues and keeping the internal lubrication clean and efficient. The rear suspension layout uses fluid-filled compliance bushings to absorb heavy road vibrations, isolating the drivetrain from mechanical shock and extending the lifespan of the wheel bearings and axles. It is the quintessential family vehicle that prioritizes mechanical survival over passing marketing trends, making it an easy recommendation for long-term ownership. This Honda delivers a level of daily predictability that turns car ownership into a background thought, keeping your hard-earned money exactly where it belongs. Number 11. Subaru Forester. The Subaru Forester enters the arena as a paragon of mechanical simplicity, starting at $29,000. It continues to secure a massive following among drivers who hate car repairs due to its boxer engine layout, which sits low in the frame to drastically reduce internal engine vibration and structural wear on the mounts. Consumer Reports recognizes this crossover for its exceptional long-term structural integrity, noting that the revised chain drive transmission completely eliminates the stretching issues found in older belt-driven designs. By focusing on heavy-duty subframes and oversized fluid reservoirs, Subaru has engineered a compact hauler that manages freezing winters and grueling road trips without breaking a sweat. The 2026 platform benefits from thicker steel in the front suspension towers, which keeps the steering aligned perfectly even after years of driving over rutted terrain. The braking system features oversized rotors that reject heat efficiently, preventing brake fade and extending the lifespan of the pads. Over 97% of Foresters sold in the last decade are still actively clearing miles across America, confirming its status as a vehicle built with an intentional lifespan that stretches far beyond the final loan payment. Trusting this Subaru provides an honest, rattle-free daily partner that completely outlasts the competition through fundamental engineering honesty. Number 10. Toyota Highlander. The Toyota Highlander remains a mandatory purchase for families who value resale equity and complete mechanical certainty, starting at $41,000. It is the gold standard of three-row dependability because Toyota refuses to introduce experimental, unproven hardware into its flagship family mover. Consumer Reports notes that the Highlander's planetary hybrid gears and regenerative braking systems combine to handle heavy cargo loads without placing thermal strain on the internal combustion components. The brakes themselves routinely last twice as long as the industry average because the electric motors absorb the majority of the deceleration force, protecting the pads from excessive friction heat. The engine bay features clear, easily accessible service points and a simplified serpentine belt system that drastically reduces routine labor costs at the shop. Toyota utilizes high-capacity water pumps and an oversized radiator to ensure the powertrain remains perfectly cool when climbing steep mountain passes under a full load of passengers. The chassis stays incredibly rigid thanks to strategic structural cross-members, preventing the sagging or body flex that ruins the handling of lesser three-row crossovers after a few years of school runs and road trips. Placing your capital into this Toyota is the most defensive financial move you can make, protecting your family with an engine built to easily conquer 300,000 miles. Number 9. Subaru Outback. The Subaru Outback is a rugged fortress of longevity that starts at $34,000, built specifically for drivers who plan to hold onto their keys for 15 years. Consumer Reports has given recent models exceptionally high marks because Subaru utilized high-durability oil seals and improved engine thermal jackets to guarantee a perfectly dry engine bay for a generation. Its unyielding unibody construction absorbs the torsional stress of rough trails and harsh environments, keeping the wheels aligned true and the body panels perfectly square. Because its all-wheel drive connection is purely mechanical, your traction never depends on a glitchy electronic sensor that could leave you stranded in a heavy blizzard. The underbody is heavily shielded with high-density polymer plates that protect the oil pan and transmission housing from being punctured by stray rocks or trail debris. Subaru's commitment to internal component quality means that the drive axles and CV joints are over-engineered to handle high torque inputs under constant articulation without wearing out. This wagon treats routine maintenance with the utmost respect, offering a layout that makes fluid changes incredibly straightforward for either a DIY owner or an independent technician. Selecting this legendary wagon locks in a multi-decade operational philosophy that values long-term survival over flashy temporary gimmicks. Number 8. Toyota RAV4. The Toyota RAV4 enters the field as a global icon of mechanical immortality, starting at $30,000. It sits comfortably at the top of every reliability ranking because it relies on heavy-duty, over-engineered internal gears that view 200,000 miles as a mere break-in period. Consumer Reports highlights its exceptional build consistency, noting that its manufacturing process generates fewer factory defects than any other compact SUV in North America. Investing your hard-earned dollars in a RAV4 means buying into a platform that has been refined across millions of global units to eliminate every conceivable point of failure. The fuel delivery system utilizes a combination of direct and port injection, which automatically keeps the intake valves clean of carbon buildup, avoiding a major maintenance headache that common direct injection engines suffer from. The cooling lines are made from heavy-duty synthetic rubber that resists drying and cracking under extreme temperature fluctuations, ensuring your coolant stays inside the system where it belongs. By keeping the mechanical blueprint simple and ignoring complex, failure-prone technologies, Toyota has built an appliance that runs flawlessly regardless of how much neglect it faces. Spending your dollars here ensures your bank account is protected by an ironclad drivetrain, making this vehicle the ultimate definition of a set-it-and-forget-it lifestyle. Number 7. Mazda CX-5. The Mazda CX-5 starts at $29,000 and dominates the compact segment by refusing to conform to the industry trend of fragile downsized engines. While rivals experiment with high-pressure turbochargers, the CX-5 relies on a rock-solid, naturally aspirated 2.5-liter motor paired with a real heavy-duty 6-speed automatic transmission. This mechanical choice completely eliminates the slipping and overheating hazards associated with CVTs under heavy acceleration. Consumer Reports consistently praises its ultra-tight manufacturing tolerances, which mimic expensive luxury vehicles without the high-cost maintenance bills. The engine features an exceptionally high compression ratio that is carefully managed by a unique piston cavity design, ensuring optimal fuel burn without creating destructive engine knock. The suspension utilizes heavy-duty cast aluminum components that reduce unsprung weight while offering superior resistance to fatigue and cracking over time. Mazda's paint and anti-corrosion chemical treatments are thoroughly applied to the inner frame rails, preventing the rust issues that often send older vehicles straight to the scrapyard. Every dollar spent on a CX-5 buys a level of craftsmanship that treats mechanical longevity as a primary luxury feature. Owners of this Mazda are rewarded with a beautifully engineered machine that runs flawlessly year after year, proving that true quality comes from perfecting proven hardware. Number 6. Honda Pilot. The Honda Pilot is a mechanical mountain in the three-row segment, entering the market at $42,000. Consumer Reports highly recommends it for families who want a large vehicle that completely ignores the service department, thanks to its naturally aspirated 3.5-liter V6 architecture. This engine is a masterpiece of low-stress, high-volume engineering that produces 285 horsepower without the extreme thermal cycles introduced by turbocharging. It is paired with a reinforced 10-speed automatic transmission that handles heavy passenger loads and towing without experiencing fluid degradation or gear slipping. The Pilot's active engine mounts are designed to isolate the cabin from cylinder deactivation vibrations, protecting the surrounding structural welds from vibrational fatigue over time. The cooling loop includes a dedicated transmission oil cooler as standard equipment, which effectively prevents the fluid breakdown that represents the primary cause of gearbox failure in large family haulers. Placing your dollars in this large Honda ensures your family has a reliable, long-term partner that completely prioritizes mechanical integrity over temporary marketing trends. Number 5. Lexus GX. The Lexus GX enters the list with a starting price of $64,000 and stands as an over-engineered luxury tank. Built on a heavy-duty, commercial-grade platform, it is designed with a multi-decade operational lifespan in mind, using structural frame components that are twice as thick as a standard crossover. Consumer Reports celebrates the GX because its twin-turbocharged V6 is protected by oversized radiators and high-capacity auxiliary oil coolers that keep temperatures optimal under extreme load. While other premium SUVs behave like fragile electronics, the GX functions as a piece of industrial equipment that happens to be wrapped in elite craftsmanship. The four-wheel drive transfer case uses high-strength mechanical gears that are completely submerged in synthetic lubricant, reducing friction heat and ensuring smooth engagement in any terrain. The electrical harness is insulated with heavy-duty vulcanized rubber to protect the vital computer modules from moisture, dust, and vibration. Buying a GX is a move toward permanent mobility, as its chassis is engineered to resist the twisting forces that cause lesser luxury vehicles to develop body squeaks and rattling doors as they cross high-mileage marks. Parking this Lexus in your driveway is a definitive move toward permanent mobility, securing an asset that refuses to break down. Number 4. Toyota 4Runner. The Toyota 4Runner claims the ultimate top spot as a living legend of automotive endurance, starting at an estimated $44,000. It is the only midsize SUV in North America engineered with an intentional 30-year service life in mind, utilizing a heavy-duty body-on-frame chassis that refuses to suffer from structural fatigue. Consumer Reports consistently awards the 4Runner its highest possible reliability ratings, because its high-torque powertrain has undergone millions of miles of validation to ensure absolute mechanical certainty. Every single suspension arm, ball joint, and bearing is built thick enough to withstand brutal winters, rocky trails, and decades of daily abuse without losing its alignment. Choosing a 4Runner is a brilliant financial strategy because it commands the highest resale value on the continent. You are essentially parking your money in a highly liquid asset that refuses to break down. The brake master cylinder and steering rack are over-engineered to maintain a heavy-duty hydraulic pressure baseline, preventing the leaks and pressure drops that common commuter vehicles suffer from as they age. It is a machine designed to survive conditions that would completely destroy its competition, ensuring that your automotive budget remains entirely secure over decades of ownership. Investing in a 4Runner locks in a mechanical partner built to survive conditions that would completely destroy its competition, representing the absolute ultimate victory for your bank account. Number 3. Hyundai Tucson. The Hyundai Tucson enters the rankings as a compact vehicle engineered to completely distance its owners from the routine hassles of the repair shop. Starting at $31,000, it secures its position by offering a highly durable mechanical foundation backed by the most extensive warranty coverage available to American drivers. Consumer Reports praises the Tucson because its standard engine setup avoids the high-pressure turbochargers that often cause premature oil leaks and expensive component failures in rival models. Instead, it utilizes a naturally aspirated 2.5-liter four-cylinder engine engineered for low-stress operation and exceptional thermal management during grueling summer commutes. The transmission is a traditional 8-speed automatic, completely bypassing the fragile electronic belts and slipping liabilities commonly associated with continuously variable gearboxes in this segment. By including an aggressive 10-year or 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, Hyundai legally protects your investment from catastrophic repair costs for a decade. Smart buyers choose this crossover because it delivers daily operational consistency without demanding specialized parts or expensive diagnostic labor over its lifespan. Number 2. Kia Telluride. The Kia Telluride firmly holds the second spot as an absolute juggernaut of three-row dependability, designed specifically for families who want to completely forget what a service bay looks like. Starting at $41,000, this large family hauler has completely transformed the segment by matching its bold road presence with an uncompromising dedication to mechanical integrity. Consumer Reports consistently awards it top marks because Kia has meticulously refined its 3.8-liter naturally aspirated V6 architecture over nearly a decade of high-volume production. This large displacement powerplant produces an effortless 291 horsepower without relying on high-strung turbochargers, drastically reducing the thermal stress placed on internal gaskets, pistons, and bearings. The 2027 model also introduces an enhanced hybrid system variant designed with high-capacity cooling loops that protect the electrical heart of the machine during high-stress family road trips or heavy towing maneuvers. The active all-wheel drive system utilizes heavy-duty mechanical clutch packs instead of cheap electronic couplings, preventing the overheating hazards that leave lesser crossovers stranded in deep snow. Backed by an ironclad 10-year powertrain warranty, the Telluride ensures that your hard-earned money remains safely in your wallet rather than being handed over for unexpected repairs. It is a calculated financial asset that dominates the used car market, commanding exceptional trade-in equity due to its legendary reputation for trouble-free longevity. Number 1. Toyota Land Cruiser. The Toyota Land Cruiser claims the ultimate number 1 spot as the absolute king of automotive immortality, serving as the definitive choice for buyers who demand total mechanical certainty. Starting at $56,000, this legendary machine is built on an ultra-heavy-duty commercial-grade body-on-frame chassis engineered for a 25-year operational lifespan in the most hostile environments on Earth. Consumer Reports has awarded the Land Cruiser its highest praise because the iForce Max hybrid powertrain is completely over-engineered for durability, utilizing a robust electric motor to assist the engine during high-load acceleration. This strategic mechanical layout drastically minimizes internal stress on the engine valves and pistons, turning 200,000 miles into a mere break-in period for the vehicle. The full-time four-wheel drive system relies on high-strength mechanical locking differentials submerged in synthetic lubricants, ensuring zero-defect traction that refuses to fail when the pavement ends. Every suspension component, drive axle, and fluid reservoir is manufactured to heavy truck specifications, allowing the vehicle to conquer extreme terrain and brutal winter elements without suffering from structural fatigue or chassis rust. Choosing this vehicle locks in a multi-decade legacy of unshakable performance, representing the ultimate financial victory for the American driver. And with this, we have reached the end of this video. Make sure to like it and subscribe the channel for future upcoming videos.